Alright guys, this is my third installment here. Quickly, just a little mail before we get to that. Um, Very lucky to have good friends in the hobby that look out for me. Luckily, Andrew, Nuff Said Cards, went to the Philly show last weekend. On Friday, I guess a week ago tonight, he sent me a picture of a card that he was looking at. Um, and I think I said, I responded to him, "Wow, that is a card for me." So he went back there Saturday, did some really good negotiating for me, and I ended up receiving the card yesterday. 1939 play ball in SGC7. This thing is really amazing. Andrew, this made my day. I know you already know this, but I sustained a concussion at work, just like an accident. And I haven't worked since Wednesday, and I won't work until Sunday. So, Andrew, this really brightened my day when I received it yesterday, and I really can't thank you enough for this. This is a great card and an amazing addition to my collection. I'm so happy that I have good friends like you that look out for me. It really makes me feel great. Um, so this is definitely my highest graded 39 play ball. What an amazing card. I'm so happy with this one. I may get it reholdered. I don't know. I may just pay the $5 to get the new label put on there. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But this episode is really about the 1938 Goudey series. Funny thing about the 38 Goudey series, the first card in the series is actually number 241, which continues after number 240 from 33 Goudey. I guess they took a hiatus between 34, 35, 36. Didn't issue standard gum card sizes in 37, but then 38, number 241. So Hank has numbers 253 and 277. You'll see both cards in this video here, starting with a really nice, probably the best 2.5 in the entire world. Only thing wrong with it is that little scuff, scrape, whatever you want to call it. Otherwise, this card is probably a 7. So, 38 Goudey, also known as the Heads Up set because of the real photo faces on top of the cartoon-like bodies. I happen to really like this set. There are a lot of collectors that don't. But one thing is for certain, these little cards are really tough to find, and they are very pricey. They have a really nice toning. A lot of the cards you'll see will be like a nice toning of brown, whereas like the borders on like 33 and 34 Goudey are a little more white. These are more that like medium brown, which I really like a lot. The backs are green, which are consistent with 33 and 34 Goudey, I believe. Next one is number 277. I've had this card in my collection for a while. This is a nice 3. I actually bought this card from Dean's Cards. We'll never buy from them again, likely. But I bought it raw and got it graded. I've actually had I've had some pretty bad luck with this set. There was one card that actually someone gave to me. It was a trade of sorts, but he gave the card to me. It ended up being a reprint. Eventually he got his money back, and then he graciously sent me something else. And then I bought a raw, I believe it was the 277. I bought a raw 277 at the National in Baltimore, which would have been in 2012, and the card came back trimmed. So it was a while before I actually got a legitimate copy of one of these. So as you can see here, differences between 253 and 277. 277 has a bunch of little cartoons whereas 253 is just blank in the background. I was actually having this conversation with John Mangini, who, as we all know, has a very impressive vintage baseball card collection, vintage card collection just in general. And we both go back and forth of which one we prefer more, either the one with the plain background or the one with the cartoons. And I think right now I'm kind of on the fence. I've historically liked the cartoons more, but I think right now I'm kind of leaning toward the plain background. But I'm sure that will change. This is a really nice 4.5. I bought this for way less than what I should have. One thing to mention about these cards is they are frequently found diamond cut, and it's very evident and clear with the solid colored border around the periphery of the card. And luckily, all the examples in my collection are not really diamond cut at all, which is not easy to find. A lot of times, these cards will be diamond cut, especially the Hank, I've noticed. So maybe it had to do with like the placement of where it was on the sheet when it was done, but a really nice 4.5. And then to introduce the last card in my run here, this I just bought from Heritage. It just arrived yesterday in the mail. This is a beautiful 3.5. As you all know, probably I'll get this crossed to SGC. I'll probably ask for them to minimum of 3, but I think this could have a shot at crossing right to a 3.5. If it's a 4, I would be ecstatic, but I think the card's accurately graded. The one condition issue is that corner is a little turned up there, so I'm sure that will detract from the technical grade, but it's really a beautiful card, very well centered, and it looks like it was freshly graded. I'm not sure what that really means, if anything, but very excited to add this card to my collection. So those are my 4 38 Goudeys. I'll run through another one of Hank's issues next week. I think I'm going to do one of these each week and just kind of like include some pickups here and there. I do have some pretty cool things coming in, so maybe I'll do a video intermittent of our weekly series here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support and the comments. I really enjoy sharing my collection with all of you guys. So we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.